Greetings YouTubers. Once again, we're here doing another tutorial on OpenTX system. Today we're going to be talking about setting fail-safes on a specific aircraft. Fail-safes are important just like any other safety mechanisms you put in place in your aircrafts. Fail-safes will help you out in the event of a signal loss, radio failure, or the battery in your radio goes dead. In the event that the battery inside the aircraft goes dead, well, then you're just screwed. But as long as the battery in the aircraft is good, in the event that you do have a signal loss from the radio, you can set certain channels on your aircraft to default to a specific range so that you don't, have a flyaway or an out-of-control situation. In most cases, if you don't have fail-safe set on your system, what happens is when you do have a signal loss, that airplane, in a lot of cases and in most cases, will revert to a full throttle situation and your plane will fly away. I like to set fail-safes on mine. I don't set control surfaces. A lot of people can set a little bit of up elevator or a little left turn when they have a signal loss, so the plane will kind of circle until they regain signal again. But my main thing on my aircrafts is I like to shut the throttle off so I don't have any flyaways, and I certainly don't want it flying away and flying into people or into property or something, creating havoc, through damage or anything else. But today we're going to show you how to set up fail-safe on an aircraft. It's fairly simple. It's going to be probably a quick tutorial, and we're going to set this thing up for you and get you going. So when you get your aircraft set up, a lot of times when you turn your radio on, sometimes it'll tell you fail-safe not set. And then you have to hit enter or whatever to continue so you can fly the airplane. Don't ignore that. Set the fail-safe. It's this simple. So when you're in your aircraft here, you can see I'm in my Carbon Cub. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit menu. That allows me to go to this screen, which has the asterisks on the left-hand side of the aircraft that is selected. And from there, you can go to the first page. Hit page. And then you're going to scroll down. You're going to scroll down to where it says fail-safes. Takes a minute to get there. There it is. Fail-safe mode. It says it's not set. So we need to set one. So I want my throttle to cut off in the event that I have a signal loss. So I'm going to hit the enter button. So it's blinking. And what I want to do is I want to set it to custom. Hit enter again so I can move the tab over to set. And when I hit set, it's going to list all my channels. Now, if you'll notice up here in this corner, it says channel 1. That is my throttle. And right now it's telling me, since my gimbal is down, that it's at negative 100. Negative 100 is throttle completely off. Positive 100 is going to be, if you look over here where that little bar on the right-hand side moved over, that's full throttle. This is no throttle. Now, I have the fail-safe already preset in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take that away just so you guys can see what's going on here. So when you go to this screen, what you're going to see, and the reason you see negative 100 is because this plane was already previously set for a fail-safe. I had just turned it off for this video. I just didn't expect to have that number there. So let's see here if I can get back to 0. Eventually I'll get to 0, guys. Hang on. I'm getting there. Alright, now we're at 0. So this is what we look like when you come to this screen. You will see this. You'll be on channel 1 is where it'll automatically be highlighted when you get to this screen. So this will allow you, if you click the button so that it's flashing, you can set your fail-safe. Now I see that my gimbal is down. That indicates negative 100. If you look at the bar on the left-hand side of channel 1, and hopefully you can see it there, that little bar. If I raise my throttle to full throttle, that bar switches all the way to the right. Well, I don't want it to default to full throttle if I have a signal loss, so I'll leave my gimbal down. And what I want to do is I want to select enter like I just did, so that's flashing. And I want to take my scroll wheel or my arrows, depending on what your radio has, and I want to move it in the negative position, and you'll see a bar at the bottom growing as well. That is indicating what the failsafe is going to be set at in the event of a signal loss. So I'm going to go ahead and it should be negative 100. Should set it to off if I have a signal loss. And if you'll notice, the bar at the bottom of the screen now matches the bar above it. So the bar above it shows my actual throttle motion, and it shows what my default is set to. So if you notice that dark colored bar underneath it, that is what I set my custom failsafe to. So now the custom failsafe is set on that throttle channel. So in the event that I have a signal loss at all, that receiver in that airplane will default to that darker bar, which means I'll have no throttle. It'll shut the throttle off on that airplane. Now, after I get done doing this kind of stuff, what I do is I test it. I put the plane on a bench, I have somebody hold the back of it, and I barely turn my throttle on so the prop is spinning, and then I shut the radio off. If I shut the radio off and the prop quits spinning, then I've had success. So that's the whole purpose of setting up fail-safes, is you don't want that throttle to take your airplane and fly it into the next city or into somebody's property or persons. So make sure you set your fail-safes on all of your aircraft. It is extremely important to do so. There's also other things you can do with this fail-safe setting. You can go to set, and then you can also go to another channel. Like say you wanted your ailerons to turn left slightly, you could hit that button. You could move your aileron stick to see which way it goes. So that's my left. Believe it or not, I know it shows it's going right, but that's because those channels are reversed. And there's my right. So if I wanted to go a little left, I know that's the way I need to move that darker bar at the bottom to set default. So if I wanted to go just a hair to the left so that it will slightly turn left if I lose signal, I can set this till my bar grows, masking that direction. You can see the bar starting to grow on that side. So that will give me a little bit of left input when I'm flying. If I lose signal, the plane will automatically begin to turn left just a hair, and it'll shut my throttle off, hopefully keeping your plane in a certain area or whatever. But in the past, I'm going to be honest with you, anytime I've set my airplanes to pitch left or slightly up when I've lost radio signal, that plane still crashed anyway. The main thing is you want to get that throttle to turn off in the event that you have a signal loss. So that is how you set fail-safes in an aircraft. You just mask whatever position you want that gimbal in your fail-safe settings, and it'll be automatically set. Now keep in mind, this only works for the X series receivers. Some of the older D series receivers, there's a different method to set fail-safes. That's the older ones, the old white ones, the D, I forget what they're called, but they start with a D. But what you do with those is you just power everything on, you make sure your throttle's off, you tap the bind button for 1 second, let up on it, and it sets the fail-safes to whatever that plane is at that moment. So that's how you set it on the D receivers. But on the X series receivers, you go into the radio, you select custom, go to set, go to the channel your throttle's on, click enter so it's blinking, and move your little scroll wheel or your arrow in the direction that you want that throttle to be in the event that you lose signal. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Also, if you hit the notifications bell too, so you can get notifications anytime a new video goes up. There'll be plenty more videos after this. This is basically a tutorial video, but it's kind of a test video as well, as this will be the first video that I've ever actually edited and put some other things in, trying out some new software. So I hope you guys have a great day and keep those planes in the air.